Houston, Texas, stands as a colossal hub of maritime activity, boasting one of the busiest and most influential ports in the United States, the Port of Houston. This bustling maritime environment gives rise to a complex and specialized legal field known as Houston maritime law, or admiralty law. In this comprehensive overview, we delve into the intricacies of this legal domain, exploring its historical foundations, key components, and contemporary relevance. Historical foundations of admiralty law. The origins of maritime law. The roots of admiralty law can be traced back to ancient civilizations where early maritime codes governed trade, navigation, and disputes on the seas. As societies evolved and global trade expanded, the need for a specialized legal framework became apparent. In the medieval period, European nations began to develop their own maritime laws, laying the foundation for the modern admiralty legal system. Development of admiralty law in the United States. In the United States, admiralty law was integrated into the legal system through the Constitution, granting federal courts jurisdiction over maritime matters. The Judiciary Act of 1789 further solidified the federal judiciary's role in adjudicating admiralty cases. Over time, the body of maritime law has expanded and adapted to address the complexities of the evolving maritime industry. Admiralty jurisdiction in Houston. Federal jurisdiction and Houston's significance. Houston's federal courts wield admiralty jurisdiction, providing them with the authority to hear cases involving maritime disputes. This jurisdiction extends to a broad range of matters, including collisions at sea, salvage operations, maritime liens, and other issues unique to maritime activities. The significance of Houston as a maritime center amplifies the importance of admiralty law in the region. Navigating the legal seas. Types of cases. 1. Collisions and salvage. Houston maritime law often comes into play when vessels collide at sea. These cases involve intricate legal considerations, including fault determination and salvage operations to recover damaged or stranded vessels. 2. Maritime liens. The enforcement of maritime liens, which grant a security interest in a vessel, is a common aspect of admiralty law in Houston. This is crucial in cases of unpaid debts related to maritime transactions. 3. Charter parties and shipping contracts. Given Houston's role as a major port, the drafting and enforcement of contracts for the transportation of goods by sea, vessel charters, and other shipping agreements are fundamental elements of admiralty law in the region. Houston's offshore and oil industry. Offshore drilling and exploration. Houston's prominence in the oil and gas industry is a defining feature of the region's maritime landscape. The Gulf of Mexico, adjacent to Houston, hosts numerous offshore drilling operations. Admiralty law comes into play in regulating offshore exploration, drilling licenses, and addressing disputes arising from these activities. Transportation of oil and gas. The transportation of oil and gas by sea involves a myriad of legal considerations. Admiralty law in Houston addresses issues related to tanker operations, oil spills, environmental impact, and contractual obligations in the oil and gas shipping sector. Port operations and maritime commerce. The Port of Houston, a maritime nexus. The Port of Houston serves as a critical nexus for maritime commerce, handling a vast volume of cargo and facilitating international trade. Admiralty law in Houston plays a pivotal role in regulating port operations, including cargo handling, customs compliance, and vessel navigation within the port. Cargo disputes and admiralty law. Disputes related to damaged or lost cargo are not uncommon in maritime commerce. Houston maritime law provides a framework for resolving cargo-related issues, including insurance claims, salvage operations, and disputes arising from contractual obligations. Maritime personal injury claims. Protecting maritime workers. The maritime industry is inherently risky, and the well-being of maritime workers is a paramount concern. Admiralty law in Houston includes provisions for personal injury claims by seamen, longshoremen, harbor workers, and others involved in maritime occupations. This involves considerations of maintenance and cure, as well as compensation for injuries sustained while at sea. Jones Act and Longshore and Harbor Workers' Compensation Act, LHWCA. The Jones Act is a crucial component of admiralty law, providing protections and remedies for injured seamen. Additionally, the Longshore and Harbor Workers' Compensation Act, LHWCA, addresses the rights of longshoremen and harbor workers, ensuring compensation for work-related injuries or occupational diseases. Environmental considerations. Safeguarding the Gulf ecosystem. The proximity of the Gulf of Mexico and the extensive maritime activities in the region necessitate a focus on environmental considerations. Admiralty law in Houston includes regulations aimed at preventing and addressing environmental damage caused by shipping accidents, oil spills, and other maritime incidents. Liability for environmental incidents. In the event of environmental incidents, determining liability and ensuring responsible parties are held accountable is a key aspect of Houston maritime law. This involves adherence to federal regulations, international conventions, and the coordination of legal actions to address environmental harm. Contracts and commercial transactions. Navigating the seas of commerce. Maritime commerce relies heavily on contracts to facilitate transactions and ensure the smooth flow of goods. Admiralty law in Houston encompasses the drafting, negotiation, and enforcement of various maritime contracts, including bills of lading, charter parties, and agreements related to the sale and transportation of goods. Resolution of contract disputes. Disputes arising from maritime contracts are a common occurrence. Houston maritime law provides mechanisms for the resolution of these disputes, including arbitration, mediation, or litigation in federal admiralty courts. Conclusion. In conclusion, Houston maritime law is a multifaceted legal framework that navigates the intricacies of maritime commerce, port operations, offshore activities, and the well-being of maritime workers. As Houston continues to play a pivotal role in the global maritime landscape, the importance of a robust and adaptive admiralty legal system becomes increasingly evident. From collision cases on the high seas to environmental concerns and the drafting of intricate shipping contracts, Houston maritime law serves as the compass guiding the region through the legal seas of the Gulf. Frequently asked questions about maritime accidents. What should I do after suffering a maritime injury? After an accident at sea, you should take the following steps. Report the incident to your supervisor or other appropriate person on site and complete an accident or incident report. Seek immediate medical care. If you are able to, record a voice memo about the facts surrounding the incident so you note it while it's fresh in your mind. You can also take pictures or video of the scene if you are able and it is safe. Do not sign any documents given to you by your employer without letting an experienced maritime attorney review them, or you may unintentionally waive your legal rights to financial compensation. Keep good records of everything that happens, including of your medical providers and medical treatment. Discuss your claims with a maritime lawyer. What is a Jones Act seaman? The Jones Act is a federal law that permits injured crew members to sue their employer for financial damages after being hurt at work. If you are a seaman injured on the job due to employer negligence, you are entitled to recover lost wages, loss of earning capacity, medical bills, pain and suffering, and more. You will be able to recover maximum financial compensation for yourself and your loved ones with the help of an experienced maritime lawyer. What is maintenance and cure? General maritime law requires employers to cover certain costs for maritime workers who are injured while working on a vessel. This obligation typically ends once a seaman reaches maximum medical improvement, MMI. These costs are called maintenance and cure, which means maintenance refers to room and board, which means food and housing payments such as mortgage, rent, homeowners insurance, property taxes and utilities, among other such related items. Cure is the cost of all reasonable medical expenses required as a result of the workplace injury, along with the costs of transportation to and from related medical visits. Why should I hire a maritime accident lawyer? Maritime law is a specialized field with very unique rules and procedures. It is based mainly on common law and federal statutes that most lawyers do not deal with at all. Maritime lawyers focus their practices on offshore injuries. If you are injured in a maritime setting, you need someone who understands this unique area of law and has experience successfully resolving offshore injury claims. Houston Maritime Accident Lawyer. Houston is the proud home of one of the largest and most active shipping and cargo ports in the world. While an active maritime industry provides the Gulf Coast with many benefits and jobs, it also results in catastrophic accidents annually due to the negligence of employers. Regardless of an industry's reputation, no worker should be subjected to hazardous conditions while simply attempting to do their job. If you or someone you know has been injured or killed while working offshore, contact the Houston Maritime Accident Attorneys of Dax F. Garza, PC today to discuss your case at no cost. There is limited time to act following a Texas maritime accident, so don't delay.
Hi friends, how do you feel to see this video? If you like this video, must subscribe our channel so our new videos will come to you. दोस्तों कैसा लगी हमारी ये वीडियो? अगर वीडियो पसंद आई है तो हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर दे ताकि हमारे आने वाली हर वीडियो आप तक पहुंचती रहे, क्योंकि हम आपको एक्सीडेंट लॉयर और ये इसकी सारी डिटेल अपनी वीडियोस में बताते रहेंगे। सो हमारा चैनल लाजमी सब्सक्राइब करें ताकि हमारी तमाम वीडियो आप तक पहुंचती रहे। अब हमें इजाज़त दें, मिलते हैं नेक्स्ट वीडियो में। तब तक टेक केयर, बाय बाय, अल्लाह हाफिज़, सी यू नेक्स्ट टाइम।